Hello everyone, Mike1217 here, welcoming you back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And we are back in the Temple of Time because in the adult section of the game, every time you start a new playing session, this is where you start, as opposed to when you were a kid, you always started back at your house. You start here now in the adult session whenever you start a new playing session, or of course, at the beginning of a dungeon. So, this is pretty convenient for us because I can actually get something by trying to go back in here. We meet Sheik again. And we have learned the Prelude of Light. This will allow us to warp back to the Temple of Time, and this is kind of like the almost central location of the overworld. It's probably your best bet to warp to if you want to try to just get anywhere that's not convenient to get to with other warps, but that sounds a little bit like too obvious. It's like, oh, well, if other warps don't get you close enough to this place, then this one will. I don't know, I'm being stupid. Anyway, Sheik was explaining how we can put the Master Sword back into the pedestal to turn back into a kid, so we can do that now. We couldn't do that before until after we beat the Forest Temple. You have to beat the Forest Temple in order to be able to do this. I forgot what actually prevents you from coming back in here, but something does. I know that. So we can turn back into a kid. That's something that well, we'll need to do later in the game, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. In fact, I might need to do it soonish for the Scarecrow song. I'll talk about that later. Right now, what I want to do is actually make our first use of warping to warp to the Forest Meadow, because I now know where that missing Skulltula is in the Forest Temple. I'm going to get that very quickly. Thankfully, it doesn't require the Scarecrow song to get. The Fire Temple, however, it does require us to have the Scarecrow song in order to get two of the Skulltulas there. Like, there are two Skulltulas right next to each other. Well, kind of right next to each other, in a hidden room in the Fire Temple that you can only get to by using the Scarecrow song. That's essentially my goal for this episode and the next episode, is to get the Scarecrow song, but there are there's a couple steps in the way of doing that. And this hookshot sucks. I'm looking forward to getting the upgraded one eventually. Alright, so I'm back in the courtyard. This is the courtyard on the right side, so I'll show on the map. The part that's flashing, that's where I am. So this is something that I pointed out when I was originally playing this. There's a treasure chest up here that you can get to with your hookshot. And it has just a recovery card in it, but it allows you to get somewhere that... Fuck. I hate getting up here, by the way. This is kind of annoying to get to. You have to be standing in just the right spot. You can probably hear the Skulltula right now. And, it's right over here. I know I could kill this with my bow and arrow, but then I couldn't reach it with my hookshot, so I had to hookshot to the chest to get to this. So there we go, now we have all the Skulltulas in the Forest Temple. I'm gonna backtrack my way out of here, and I will, I'm actually gonna cut back on Hyrule Field. Okay, we are back out into Hyrule Field, and you can see where I'm heading. I'm heading for Lon Lon Ranch, which I might need to just here. Come on, I really do wish I had an N64 to play this on. Well, I do, but I don't have a cartridge. Because I love just the quickness of those buttons. And I do know that you can use like the X and Y and Z buttons to serve as like, I think they serve as left, right, and down. But you still would have to hit up and C stick to have up C work. Which would be kind of awkward. I might try that eventually, just to change it up and see if it's more comfortable to do. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, we're gonna get our horse, hopefully. Sometimes this does give me a little bit of grief, but not too much. So Ingo is now in charge of Lon Lon Ranch. This is one of many things that have gone wrong since Ganondorf took over. Talon, I think Talon's actually at Kakariko Village now, if I'm correct. I don't know where Malin is at this time, where she's being kept. Yeah, I don't know where the game keeps Malin in the adult section. I just know Ingo's the only one here. He's in charge of the whole ranch now. And apparently he looks up to the great Ganondorf. He talks about him a lot here. So, in a way, it's almost like he's possessed. I don't want to say that he's possessed, but maybe he just, I don't know, he's part of the minority who agrees with Ganondorf and what he's doing. Do we have to listen? Yeah, we don't have to listen, okay. I hate when games, like, in order for you to do something, you have to follow the instructions. You know, I always like it whenever they give you the option to learn the instructions, or just learn how to do something. What am I doing? Good lord, what's wrong with you? No, I don't want to talk to you. Like, why would you ever play a song to talk to Navi? Like, you have to get through saying no to Saria, and then you have to say yes to talk to Navi. I think that's really the only way to talk to Navi, like, on your own command at any time you want, but whoever does that. On top of that, she almost always, like, every chance you get, she's gonna be calling you on the up C, and like, there's never gonna be a time where you really want to talk to Navi. Anyway, the first time riding Epona, which is really awkward in the older games. They cleaned it up a lot more in Twilight Princess, that's for sure. So I don't know exactly what makes Ingo want to race with you. This is something that has always given me a little bit of trouble. I believe you want to talk to him from on top of the horse. Oh, come on, let's lock on, talk. Yeah, I don't care about your instructions. Blah, blah, blah. I want to race. Did I just say no to racing? No, I want to race! Maybe you have to do this a second time. I don't know. I hate this. Do I know you? I just felt as if you. I've seen you somewhere before. Yeah, he's referring to us as a kid. Okay, that's weird. He puts that in the middle of his. Okay, no, I want to ride. Okay, I want to say that. But I want to talk to him. Like, why? I guess I have to do this. I'm sorry. This is really sloppy. I don't know. This is actually the hardest part of getting Epona. It is triggering the race with him. I'm serious. The race isn't very hard. Triggering the race is what's hard. And I don't know how to do it. Ugh. Maybe you have to do it a second time. I don't know. Maybe you do have to get off the horse, too. That could be it. And you do have to play, yeah, you have to play Epona's song for her to actually come to you. Man. I know this isn't something you would think that someone would be bad at, but this is something I'm bad at. Not so much riding Epona, though, that is difficult to do. Again, much better in Twilight Princess. You can't really blame it for being too bad here, but, you know, whatever. So let's see. I don't understand this. Maybe I do have to get off Epona. I thought you had to stay on. Restop. Yeah, like getting you to stop really sucks. You're getting better, okay. Maybe you have to talk to him without Z targeting? I don't know, but that seems to work. Okay, so this is just a circular race. Not too bad. But you do have to jump fences. This is where Epona really can be a bit of a pain. Just kind of stay behind him. You know, this isn't really too hard to win. The only way to really lose this is if you fail to jump the fences. Actually, no, there aren't fences. There aren't fences in this version. I thought there were fences. Maybe in the second time around? Because you have to race him the second time, he'll ask you for a rematch. I know there is a race where you do this and you have to jump over fences. But that might be like a... Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, you can race this guy again. After this. And it's a lot harder, it has fences on it, and if you win that one, you get a cow in your house. Which I'm probably not going to bother with. I think he's a little bit faster this time around, but yeah, he takes a wide turn right here, and this is your chance to take the lead on him. Very easy, just don't run out of carrots. That's the only way I think you could lose this, is if you run out of carrots. Because then you have to wait a long time for them to come back, and then you go really slow, and it'll probably beat you if you let that happen. So just don't get trigger happy with using your carrots, and you should win that with ease. Yeah, I could have sworn I would have to deal with fences there. Good, because I would be getting pissed if I had to deal with fences. And I don't think I'm gonna do that third race. I don't know. If you want to see it and want me to get all pissy about fences, then maybe I'll do it. But it'll probably happen a lot in the overworld anyway. Epona is gonna serve a little bit more of a function in this game than she does in Majora's Mask. Her only use in Majora's Mask is jumping fences, which is a very useful thing that she does here. You can jump over that fence to get out. You can actually jump over 2 fences to get out of the ranch, but I prefer to use that one. I think everyone prefers to use that fence. It's a lot more epic getting out that way. So, sorry, I have some spit. I just swallowed it. I'm sure you wanted to hear that. So yeah, another major use for Epona, and actually this is the reason why I got her right away, right now, is because I want to get into Lake Hylia, and the only way you can do that in the adult section of the game is to jump the fences down here, down south. So that's why I got Epona. But, you know, like, the reason why jumping fences was her only use in Majora's Mask was because her other main use is, of course, to make you go faster in the overworld. But in Majora's Mask, you had options to go faster other than Epona. You had the bunny hood, and you had the Goron form that allowed you to roll really fast. So really, Epona is pretty obsolete in Majora's Mask, but she's a lot more useful here because there's no other way to go faster than Epona. Okay, so let's hope this works out. As you can see, Lake Hylia is, well, not really a lake anymore. This is kind of the dilemma of the third temple. But, we'll look into that later once we get there. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Okay, so he sees the Ocarina. No. I know I did like a certain... No, I didn't do that. I'll get it eventually. Hold on. I know I do it in like a clockwise fashion. I just don't know what I start and end with. There it is. Okay, it starts with up. I just have to remember, start up and just go clockwise. That's our Scarecrow song. So now, once you play it from here as an adult, he should... Nah, I just skipped through it. He should offer to appear anytime we play this song whenever Navi turns green and goes far away. It's gonna work right here, actually. I'll see if it works for sure over here. So you just saw Navi go, like, up to that building, to the roof of it. So if we play the Scarecrow song, we can make him appear right up top. And we can hookshot up there, but there's no use to hookshotting up there. Because, like, if you climb up that ladder here, I'll go ahead and demonstrate the fact that you can hookshot to him at the very least. Actually, I don't think we can reach him with this, can we? We're gonna need the longer hookshot. Yeah, well, whatever. But yeah, on top of that ladder, if you climb up it, you can get to a heart piece, which I don't want. Okay, so I'm gonna end this right now, and next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, I guess we can start working towards getting to the Fire Temple. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Michael217, and I will see you later.